Now this is the big gem that nobody tells you. It's not on YouTube. I'm going to give it to you right now. What's up, you guys, and thank you so much for tuning back into Taylor Time TV. My name is Taylor, and on today's episode we're going to be talking about how to start a clothing line, specifically
secrets exposed.
This video will not be a step-by-step, start to finish, how to start your business, but it will be secrets that I learned on starting my clothing line that I wanted to share with you guys. My clothing line is The X Go. So on this video, I will be telling you guys how to start, some tips and tricks, and some little secrets nobody wants you to know about starting your clothing line. So if you're interested, keep on watching. The first thing you need to do when you start your clothing line is to think of a name, a niche, and a brand. This is so important, you guys, especially when it comes to thinking of a name. That's going to be one of the hardest things you're going to have to do. My tip for thinking of a name is think of an adjective or what you want your brand to stand for, and hopefully you'll get an idea from there. When you're searching for your name, it is so important that you guys do your research first. Let's say that you came up with your business name and it's bombaddies.com. You need to go on GoDaddy and look up Bomb Baddies. You need to go on Instagram and look up Bomb Baddies. See if that Instagram name's taken. You need to go on Facebook and you need to look up if that name has been trademarked. Now for the niche is so important, you guys. What helped me pick my niche was I had to find my target audience. For me, the best way to explain it is think of a girl or a man that you want to sell your product to. What do they look like? What do they like? What do they watch? Who do they listen to? You need to be able to get so specific that you can physically see this person in your head, because that's what's going to tell you who you're actually selling to. The mistake that a lot of businesses make is they sit there and they think,
my product is so dope, everybody's gonna wear it.
Yeah, everybody can wear it, but everybody's not going to wear it. And finding your target audience is going to help you when it comes down to ads, your Instagram posts, your language when you're speaking to your customer. You don't just want to have a business, you want to have a brand. When you have a brand, you're selling a lifestyle. You're not just selling a product. The mistake a lot of businesses make is they put out a product and they're like, here, buy
my product, it's amazing.
You're not selling us a lifestyle. Fashion Nova is a lifestyle. You see those girls, you see their bodies. There's a particular type of person that would wear Fashion Nova. Next, you want to get a logo. It's so important when you're doing a logo that you only do your logo in simple font and you do your logo in white or black. I know
you want to do cheetah, you want to do glitter,
you want to do a cursive font
because it's a luxury brand, right?
That is one of the biggest mistakes that businesses make, and I'm gonna tell you why. It's because when you make those
crazy fonts that
are super pretty and you try to print them on some clothing,
it's just not gonna work.
You want something like this, simple basic font. They can read it all the way down the street. It's not hard to read. It's in white, it's in black. You want to be classic and you want to be timeless. That is key. Next is the big controversial question, right? How do I file? Do I become a sole proprietor? Do I become an LLC? I'm not your financial advisor. I definitely recommend you guys speak to someone. If you are going to do an LLC, make sure that you are committed to this business and it is making enough money for you to live on it full time. I put an LLC on that first business. I would be paying taxes on a business that's not even making me money right now and that I'm not even using. Until then, just do a sole proprietorship. Again, do your own research, contact your own financial advisors.
I'm gonna leave that as that.
Okay, next, and this goes for your logo as well. For your logo as well as the design of your clothing, and you have an idea in mind but you need someone else to do it, what I recommend is to go to Fiverr. The link will be down below. Please click my link.
It helps me pay my tuition.
It's just a website where you can contact artists and contact graphic designers and people who create in general, and they will be able to make your logo. They will be able to make your design. If you don't want to pay someone on Fiverr, I also recommend going to Google and typing in clothing outline sketch. Put your own text on there. I did this as well. I'm going to insert that. And your vendor is going to be able to at least get a general idea of what you need. Now, next, on to the big thing that most people came here for, vendors. It is like the
secret Krabby Patty formula.
Trying to find a vendor. No one's gonna tell you their vendor, so don't even ask, because that's actually
Really tacky.
There are two things you guys can do. The first thing you can do is go to Alibaba. I'll have that in the link below. Type in different clothing vendors, sweatsuit vendors, swimsuit vendors, whatever you're looking for. You can type it on Alibaba and you can solely just read the reviews and see what's there. I did not have any luck with that. I did not want a vendor based in China for clothing. Mainly if you're doing something like me and you're doing sweatsuits, you want to go with a vendor in Pakistan. Pakistan has good quality clothing, thick cotton. Now, how do you find it? This is the
big gem
that nobody tells you. It's not on YouTube. It's not anywhere, and I'm going to give it to you right now. Make sure you hit that subscribe, you hit that like, and you comment down below if you stayed long enough to get this gem. To find your clothing line vendor, go to Facebook, go to groups, search your groups in Facebook and type in whatever vendor you're looking for. There's gonna be 1,000 groups called free vendors. You get accepted into those groups, it's gonna be people giving reviews on vendors. Also, some of these vendors have their own groups where they'll post their products, you'll see their reviews. So you guys, Facebook is definitely where you wanna go to find your vendor, because you can even post on there, hey, I need help finding a vendor. When it comes to picking a vendor, there are a couple of things that I want to touch on just really quickly. If you guys want me to make a full video really detailing how to pick a vendor, I would love to do that. Comment down below. When you are picking a clothing vendor, you want to pick a vendor that is going to do all of your packaging. You guys, this is key. When you guys are getting 50 orders, 100 orders, if you're even getting 5 orders in a week, you want to cut down on the time that it takes to get that out. And I will be talking about shipping at the end of the video, so stay tuned for that. The next thing is you want to get samples. You guys, do not order bulk without samples. Now, I do want to say, when you get a sample, it's gonna range in that $100 to $150, maybe even $200, depending on your vendor, because it is so much more expensive for them to send you one product and put your label on it. They don't want to do that. They want you to order in bulk. You want to feel how thick it is. You want to
do some aerobics,
stretch. You want to see how the fit is. Does it run true to size? Does it run small? Does it run big? You need to know all of these things. Oftentimes when you're working with vendors, they're in sweatshops. And a lot of times in these sweatshops, they're sitting there chain smoking back to back like their life
depends on it.
You definitely want to make sure it doesn't have a smell. I've ordered from vendors before and it smelled like smoke and it just smelled
horrible.
This is exactly why you guys need to have a sample. This is a sample from another brand, a very popular brand I got a sample from. It's Crooked. Had I not got a sample, I would have ordered 100 of these Crooked, and it would have been
a disaster.
Definitely want your vendor to send you a picture of your product before they ship it to you, just to make sure that everything's good. I told him in the picture it was crooked. He said, no, it's not crooked. It looks crooked. You guys, I got it. It was crooked. I paid $150 just for this one sample. I personally think you should get at least 3 to 5 samples from 3 to 5 different vendors. This was actually supposedly being shopped around as Shane Justin's vendor. As the vendor he said he was, but I don't know if that to be true. With this kind of quality,
I don't think so.
Moving on to getting a website. One mistake that a lot of new businesses make is they do not get a website. It is 21. There's no reason why you should be saying, DM me. DM you for what? Why should I have to DM someone? Figure out what the price is, decide if I can or cannot afford that, and then just cash app them some money.
I don't know you.
I don't trust you. Do
not be a DM me kind of business. A website is like $30 a month, you guys. It's an investment. You want to be making sure that you're selling to everybody. You want to have Shopify. I know some people want to do Wix because they want to
get crazy and they
want to have the cute designs and all this and all that. I don't recommend Wix. I recommend Shopify. I'm just gonna sum it up really short because I could do a whole video a whole series on Shopify. Okay,
Shopify is bomb.
think about this: Fashion Nova, KKW, Kylie Cosmetics. All these billion-dollar brands are on Shopify. So you guys need to be on Shopify so you can be the next billion-dollar brand.
Period.
For those who stuck around and aren't skipping around the video, if you stayed this long, you earned this gem. And the gem is you want to have a text messaging app, a shipping app, and an email marketing app on your Shopify website. Those 3 apps saved me so much money and made me so much money. So I want to pass that on to you guys just for listening and sticking around. When it comes to posting on social media, you need to post 3 times a day on your feed and at least 7 times on your Instagram story. Instagram stories right now are getting a lot more reach than feeds. So make sure, if anything, you're active on that Instagram story. And I know a lot of people get discouraged and they think, well, I don't want to just be posting to no one. It's not getting any likes. It's not getting any comments. My secret tip is when I post my videos and pictures on Instagram, I DM it to my friends or people that are engaging with me, people that follow me, and I just ask them for a simple like or a simple comment, or to at least share it with someone who will like or comment. If they can't do it, then that's not your real friend.
Next.
When your business is booming, then they're gonna all be sharing your stuff. You're gonna remember your day ones that were commenting when you were getting 2 likes. It'll boost your engagement just having those people that already follow you or already like you commenting and liking, and Instagram will show it to more people, and it'll have better discoverability on whatever you're ranking for your hashtags. The next tip, which is another controversial one,
you might have to drag me in the comments,
is be your own brand ambassador.
Period. Points blank.
But I'm going to explain because so many people disagree. First of all, a brand ambassador is completely different than an influencer. Let's get that very clear. There's a reason why an influencer is an influencer. An influencer is an influencer, and they aren't a brand ambassador because an influencer influences. They have influence. A brand ambassador, in my opinion, is a glorified model. That's just all that it is. If anything, have a go-to model like Fashion Nova does instead of having a brand ambassador, because a brand ambassador, a lot of times I hear so many people say, oh, I gave all this product to my brand ambassador, I didn't get any sales. Yeah, they're a brand ambassador. They're not an influencer. They don't have any influence.
No tea, no shade, because
I done been a brand ambassador, but let's be honest, brand ambassadors aren't pulling in sales like that. If you're giving away product, you need to give away product to an influencer, or you can just be your own brand ambassador like I said to begin with. Get a ring light. That's what I'm looking at right now. It's also in the comments down below. I got you guys for everything.
You never have to go far.
With the ring light, it'll have a stand for your phone, and it'll have a little timer for you to take your pictures on. You're all set to go. That's all you need. So the best thing you can do is save yourself some money, save yourself some heartache, and save yourself some falling out with a good friend or the local bopping chick. I really believe if this is your business, this is your brand, you can do it yourself no matter how insecure you guys are. Once you think of that money, honey,
That's your money.
You're gonna figure all about that.
if you are your own brand ambassador, you're gonna build up your page with your business. For example, with me, when I decided to change from selling lashes to selling clothing, I still had my page to promote to people. And also, I get companies hit me up all the time that see me promoting my business, and they ask me all the time, how much is it to promote? So that's another reason why it's really important for you to be your own brand ambassador. If your marketing budget is under $1,000, it's gonna be extremely hard for you to afford influencers and ads. You're more than likely gonna have to pick one over the other. I have not had good experiences with influencers. If you haven't seen my video, your favorite Instagram model scammed me, definitely watch that. If you do have the budget to be able to afford influencers, because they do tend to get pricey, the influencers that will actually get you sales are going to be $1,000 and up. And I'm telling you from experiences, I paid the $200, the $300, the $400 influencers and got 0 sales. If you want to do it, you're feeling risky, you're feeling frisky, put together an Excel file. On the first column, have the names. The second column, have how many followers they have. The third column, I would have their price. And the fourth column, I would have how to contact them. And that's how you can keep track of who you've been talking to and who worked, who didn't work, who made this much money, who made that much money. That was a strategy that I went with when I was doing influencers.
I saved the best for last.
You stuck around for this. This is the best advice I have ever learned from starting my own clothing line. Hustle, period. Everyone talks about hustle and everyone says just get out there and grind and get out there and hustle, but they don't tell you what that means. The hustle is to be sold, not told. But since you stayed to the end of this video, I'm definitely going to give you tea, because that's what we do on this channel.
Tea with Taylor Time TV.
What does hustle mean? Hustle means getting out there and getting those sales however you have to. What made me so much money in the beginning was Facebook. You're going to want to go in these Facebook groups and you're going to want to post your products. You would be surprised how many Facebook groups are dedicated to whatever it is you're selling. There are groups on Facebook for everything. The thing is, when you get in these groups, you guys need to be reading the rules, because some groups have days where there's no promo. Some groups you can only promote a certain kind of way. But Facebook groups made me the majority of my money in the beginning, paired with Facebook Marketplace. I want to make it very clear. We want to be online. However, when you're starting off, you need to build up your money. You can either start off on Facebook Marketplace, meeting people in public places. I can do a video on how to sell on Facebook Marketplace. If you guys want me to, let me know down below. I only recommend doing Facebook Marketplace just to get that first couple of $100. You want your customers to be online because you want your customers to be on your website. You want to have a pixel on your website that's going to
Snatch
and grab all your customers' data. And when you decide to run ads, Facebook's gonna read that data and find more customers like that. When you're promoting locally, people wanna pick it up right then and there. You can offer a local pickup option on your Shopify. You really wanna do that because you still want your customers going on your website and buying on your website. It is so important to get that data and to get that information. I went a whole year selling my lashes just in person, and I didn't have any data when I decided to run ads. It was like I had to start all over with. So learn from me. Once you get your product and you get your first order and you're ready to ship, you're gonna need shipping supplies. You're gonna need a scale. You're gonna need polymailers. You're gonna need to know the size of those polymailers. It was so hard for me to figure out what size my clothing needed. If you have something like this, check out the description bar down below. I will have the sizes for these polymailers as well as the sizes for boxes if you are shipping multiple of these in one order. No one wanted to share what size their polymailers were or what size their boxes were, but I have no problem sharing my tips and tricks with you guys at all. And my last
Little bonus tip.
is you need super fast shipping, because we are living in the day and age of Amazon where people want their stuff
like yesterday.
So you have to have 2-day shipping, you guys. I personally use Pirate Ship. Pirate Ship is an app on Shopify that gives you great shipping discounts. One thing about a clothing line is when you're getting into selling items like this, these items are 2 pounds and maybe 14 ounces. When you're shipping all the way across the country, that is going to get extremely expensive. Sometimes my shipping ranges from $10, $15, let alone if someone decides they want all 3 of the sweatsuits, it's gonna get extremely heavy. And the heavier it is and the farther it is from shipping to you to shipping to them, the more expensive shipping is gonna be. So you're gonna want all the discount you can get. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me. If you want me to make more videos like this pertaining to starting your own business, I would definitely do that. Now I need you to binge watch the last videos and catch up on the new videos. I love you guys so much.